Head coach Deion Sanders has evened his career record here at Dave's Show to 25-25. Mike Stoops got an extension after we beat the crap out of his team. Mike Norvell is still was he ever at Arkansas State? He's there now. And Matt Rule's the new head coach at Baylor. Bobby Petrino was fired from East Carolina. Al Golden, an extension at Miami. He's just dominating there. That didn't happen. Dan Mullen got fired at Mississippi State. Bob Stoops is still at Oklahoma. Jim Harbaugh gets an extension at SMU. See, it's working out for him there. Charlie Strong, an extension at Texas. He's been there 10 years. Lane Kiffin, the extension at Virginia Tech. Dave's Show has a new offensive coordinator, Clint Wilson. I love how they just randomly pick a new offensive coordinator for us. David Johnson got an extension at Florida State. The former Dave's Show head coach sticking around after 4 very, very mediocre years for Florida State standards, although that's better than what they've been doing in real life. Mike Gundy is the offensive coordinator at Miami. Dave's Show's former offensive coordinator moved up to Ohio State. David Shaw is the OC at Texas. Rich Rod's at Wisconsin, Danny. Yeah, look, Manny Diaz is at Arizona. We didn't even know that before the bowl game. Dave's Show's defensive coordinator got an extension, Todd Grantham. That was Florida State's problem. The defense, so they fired their guy. Did Indiana fire Tom Allen? Yeah, Tom Allen got fired by Indiana. Now he's at South Alabama. Kirby Smart's the defensive coordinator at UCF. He got an extension. Waving goodbye to Cornell Love. Projected 5th round pick. Got up to 94 overall. Had significant playing time all 4 years here. Receiving, he had a lot of catches. 54 each of the last 2 years for 300-something yards. Free safety, Willie Baker. Projected 6th round pick. Finished with 147 career tackles. Tight end A.J. Carrington was a senior. I didn't even realize it. Had 5 touchdowns last year, including 11 in his career here. Had a catch every single year. Defensive tackle Jay Blair. 6 career sacks, including 5 in his junior year. Linebacker Brian Jackson had 4 career tackles, 1 sack this year. Brent Bonner, 100 career tackles, 5 sacks. Wide receiver Chase Long, 47 career receptions for 691 yards. Matty Patty, this guy ended up with some hardware. It should show up right there. Best returner. Guy ended up with 79 career receptions with over 1,000 yards. 9 career touchdown catches. And then kick returning is where he got the hardware last year. 1,600 kick return yards, 3 of them for touchdowns. The center Chris Bullock. I don't think this guy played much. 6 pancake blocks last year, gave up 1 sack. Tommy Hines, nobody could catch up to him. Former JUCO transfer in his senior year had 15 catches for 209 yards and the 38-yard bomb in the Holiday Bowl. David Rogers, will you be my neighbor? The strong safety got a bunch of hardware. The Thorpe each of the last 2 years. The Bednarik each of the last 2 years. That's because of a glitch. We always have the most amount of tackles. I don't know, they made this game for how many years and they could never get that fixed, I'm assuming. I don't know if this would happen in any of the other games, but it happened here. We can look at this, though. 12 interceptions, including 8 in his junior year for David Rogers. Daniel Fuller, a senior linebacker graduating with 100 career tackles, 10 career sacks, and 6 forced fumbles. Chase Walker, the defensive tackle. 51 career tackles, 8 career sacks, including 6 in his senior year. There it is. Cornell Love drafted in the 5th round, and Willie Baker goes in the 6th. Congratulations to those, the latest Dave Show truckers to get drafted. Again, the number 2 recruiting class in the country is Dave Show. Only behind Oklahoma, who just won the national championship. At the top of the class, the wide receiver we just signed in the offseason, Derek Seals. So with the classes we're turning out, in year 11, we finished 39th. 2021 is year 11, so this year we're supposed to finish number 6 in the country in year 12. And then the next 2 years after that, years 13 and 14, number 1. Here we go. Starting quarterback is Christian Gray. He's worked himself up to 90 overall. Last year, completing 271 of 358 passes for over 3,000 yards, 33 touchdowns, 21 interceptions in his first year starting. And running the ball, 452 yards, 5 rushing touchdowns at a 39-yard run. He'll be at 99 awareness, 79 throw power, 87 accuracy. Behind him, the senior Matt Lewis, Matty Lou, got the 88 speed, 86 throw power, 80 throw accuracy. Starting halfback is Danny V, the All-American. Apparently he was an All-American, or he's a preseason All-American. 93 break tackle. He's got the 89 speed. Last season, Danny V, 714 yards rushing, led the team as he was in for the injured Cornell Love for a big part of the year. 3 rushing touchdowns. Through the air, Danny V, 49 catches for 393 yards and 4 receiving touchdowns. Behind him, the equally as good 90 overall Colin Payton had 14 rushes for 94 yards. That's pretty good. 3 rushing touchdowns. Receiving, 3 catches for 36 yards, 2 receiving touchdowns. So 2 of his 3 catches were TDs. Colin Payton, named after Taipei Joey's Colin Payton University. It's got 91 speed, 91 break tackle, 91 juke move if I knew how to do that. The fullback, Peter Burns, up to a 76 overall, 92 acceleration. Did not have any carries. The number 1 wide receiver is the All-American Taiwan Joseph, up to 87 overall. Last year he had 45 catches as the number 3 receiver, 617 yards, 8 receiving touchdowns. His longest reception was 40 yards. And as I said, he's up to 87 overall, 94 speed, 95 route running. Redshirt freshman Ray Razib, or is it Rezib, is the now number 2 running back, the top recruit. 92 speed, 93 carrying, Ray Rezib. And then another redshirt freshman as a number 3 receiver, Josh Sherman from Yankton, South Dakota. Was the number 2 athlete in the country. And the number 4 wide receiver is the true freshman Tony Smith. 94 speed, 80 overall, 89 route running, 93 acceleration. And the number 5 receiver, redshirt freshman Jay Atkins. 76 overall, 93 carrying. Tight end is the junior James Garner. He was the starting fullback as a true freshman. Made his way over to tight end despite only being 5'11 and 250 pounds. Last year he had 1 catch for 5 yards. As a fullback, he had 4 for 40. 1 touchdown, I believe it was in the Holiday Bowl, if I remember correct. The freshman tight end we're looking forward to in the future, the true freshman Johnny McFarland, 76 overall. Remember that name. Going to be the best tight end Dave Show ever had. At left tackle, Amir Fisher, moving over from right guard. Guy's going to be a 4-year starter. It's up to 85 overall, 86 run block, 86 pass block. Last year, he had 16 pancakes, 2 sacks given up, an improvement from the year before. At starting left guard, the 4-year starter Rich Mays, 24 pancake blocks each of his first 2 years starting and gave up half as many sacks last year. Guy's up to 82 overall as a true junior. At center, the senior Ryan Ham. I think he's a first-year starter. He's up to 83 overall. Ryan Ham taking over at center, and then we're moving Shane Wilson from left tackle to right guard. 11 pancake blocks, 4 sacks given up a year ago. He's up to 79 overall. 78 as the right guard. And at right tackle, Eric Merritt, he's going to be a 4-year starter. He's up to 82 overall. 89 pass block, 83 run block. Starting at left end, Austin Piggy Bear, the 4-year starter. We moved him over to left so we can say his name more often. Last year, he only had 1 sack. 2 sacks as a freshman. So hopefully that number goes up. 84 overall as a true junior. On the right side of the line, Julian Ward led the team in sacks last year. He's up to 84 overall as a senior. Again, 7 sacks. I believe that's the team lead. I mean, usually that position is what dominates in the dynasty. Starting defensive tackle is the junior Jonathan Landrum. 1 tackle in his career. So he's new. And behind him is redshirt freshman Justin Holloway. We are young there in the defensive tackle slot. Redshirting 4 players. Left outside linebacker is Patrick Chase. Last year he had 5 TFLs, 1 sack. Goes up to an 84 overall, 88 tackle. In the middle, we play a 3-4, so look for Mike Pugh, the 5'9" middle linebacker, is 88 overall as a senior, 92 block shedding. Look out for the little man. 15 tackles for a loss last year, 2 sacks, and an interception. Mike Pugh, the man in the middle. Tyrone Bray will be next to him. I tried to cut him. Has no stats as a redshirt senior, 78 overall. But that's a big jump from almost getting cut to actually getting playing time. Right outside linebacker is Antoine Carter. Redshirt senior is 82 overall. And I don't think he has any stats. 3 tackles. All right, so we're going to be a little shaky there on the linebacker position. Not at the corner, as we've got a couple of studs. 86 overall as a true junior. Niner fan. He's an All-American. Came away with 3 interceptions last year. 2 as a true freshman. 8 pass deflections. Niner fan has worked his way up to an 86 overall. 96 zone coverage. 93 man coverage. Got some serious speed. 93. Foxy Hakari, also 86 overall, 97 speed. Freaking beast, Foxy Hakari. Had 2 interceptions last year, 3 as a true freshman, only 1 pass deflection. But he will be starting for the first time, I believe. Andrew Kennedy will be the number 3 corner. He's got 2 career interceptions last year, 7 pass deflections as the number 4 corner. Worked his way up to 84 overall. He's had significant playing time his entire career here. Then we got Nathaniel Hines, a sophomore, and we'll look at Dwayne Johnson here later on. Jermaine Ball, the new starting free safety, was a stud athlete recruit. He's up to 83 overall, played as a true freshman, 94 speed. Made 21 tackles as a true freshman. 6 for a loss, had 3 sacks, 4 pass deflections. He played a lot of slot corner last year. Going to be the starting free safety this year. Starting strong safety is new. The redshirt senior Rashawn Cook. 3 TFLs, 1 pick each of the last 2 years. The senior has worked his way up to an 86 overall, mostly on the bench, as you could see. And the guy, the name to remember, and I don't think you can forget that one, Dwayne Johnson. His name is literally Dwayne Johnson, The Rock. 84 overall as a redshirt freshman. 91 zone coverage. This guy's going to be a freaking stud. Obviously no stats, but that's going to change very soon. Ben Riley returns at kicker. He's up to 95 overall. Last year, he was 12 of 13. 30 for 32 in his career here. He's been the kicker for, it'll be his 4th year as the guy. Oh, obviously, there it all is. His longest field goal is 51-yarder. Made every single extra point last year. That was a first. And he's been booting the kickoffs in the end zone. Yeah, 95 overall, 96 power, 94 accuracy. It's the best kicker we ever had. Ben Riley, man. And at punter, Burger Dog the Third. He's a junior, and he's worked his way up to 93 overall. This guy's going to be kicking on Sundays as well. 99 power, 89 accuracy. Burger Dog the Third, BD3 as we like to call him, is averaging 2 more yards per kick last year as compared to his freshman season. All right, for the 2nd straight year, Dave's show opens with Clemson, this time in Orlando. And we got the 7th-ranked Miami of Ohio Redhawks. Lost the national championship game last year. We're both B-plus rated teams. Dave's show's going to the big house. Michigan is an A-minus team. Dave's show B-plus. Then we got FIU, should be able to handle them like we did last year. Dave Show's going to Tulsa, Oklahoma, as I've talked smack about them on my channel before. Dave Show's hosting the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. So we wanted to play more ACC teams because I always talk smack about that conference. Then we're going to Notre Dame Stadium to take on the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, who are ranked number 25. Both teams are B-pluses. After a bye week, we host the 4th-ranked Miami Hurricanes. We're 0-4 against Miami over the past 4 years. Follow that up with our trip to Tampa. We are doing an annual rivalry with the USF Bulls, who are close by. For the first time ever in consecutive seasons, the Battle of Orlando. And this time, UCF comes to our campus. A late-season night game at West Point. Should be nice and cool as we head up to play Army. We went 1-1 in the first 2 meetings a couple years ago. And then finished the year with the Battle of the Spears. It'll be the 5th consecutive season that we end the year with Florida State. We're going to Tallahassee. Now we're going to go back and forth, home and home, after doing 2-2.